what I'm going to tell you is why Bob is here as our honored guest as it relates to First Tee. Bob and my brother Jerry were neighbors and very good friends, and still are. And as we were developing this chapter, we obviously were looking for sources of funding. And Jerry mentioned the fact that Bob worked with the Eccles people. In fact, Bob has worked with Eccles for about 50 years, as I recall. And so we asked Bob if he'd sit down and talk to us a little bit and maybe help us find a way into the George S. and Dolores Dory Eccles Foundation, which he went way above and beyond that request. And that wonderful foundation has been a great financial support of this chapter. I would again tell you what a wonderful human being Bob is, and it's been an honor, Bob, to know you. I wished I'd have met you sooner. It was not that many years ago that we finally crossed paths. But I will defer to the video to tell the story of Bob and why he is the wonderful man he is. And Bob, thank you so much. To know Bob is to love him, and I do love Bob. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. I'm honored that you would honor me. I'm going to say something that not many people can say. If I could live my life over again, I would do the second time what I did the first time. And I'd like to also give $1,000 to the scholarship fund. Write that down. I'd like to comment on this building, which is named for Cleone Eccles. Her maiden name was Cleone Peterson. She and I lived across the road from each other in Fairview. And I know the Peterson family very well. And I'd like to talk a little bit more about Fairview and Sanpete County. Our governor, our present governor, Spencer Cox, is from Fairview, my hometown. A little town of about 1,200 people. And the guy that started the Utah Opera, Glade Peterson, is also from Fairview. I was going to have Claudia talk about him, but she's not here. I understand Jerry is not feeling well tonight. But, I've got a thought about my county. Sanpete County. The thing they say you want to do is marry a girl from Sanpete County, because no matter how bad things get, she has seen it worse. Well, I've got a few notes here I'd like to talk about. I was born in Mount Pleasant, that's Sanpete. Lived in Milburn, that's Sanpete. Lived in Chester, that's Sanpete. And ended up in Fairview. And that was a wonderful place to grow up. My father died when I was 5. My younger brother was 3. My mother went back to teaching school. I was in her first grade when she went back. When your mother is your teacher, what do you call her? Do you call her Mrs. Graham like the other kids do? Or do you call her mother? I called her Mrs. Graham and it so surprised her. I remember about 10 years ago meeting at the country club. Jerry Howells was there, his wife Claudia was there, and I'm not sure Tim may have been there too. But I was impressed by what they wanted to do. And so I did in fact commit to trying to get a little money from the George Eccles Foundation. And we've done pretty well, I think, by first tee, and I'm pleased about that. You've seen on the screen tonight that the George Eccles Foundation was a major supporter of this event. Well, I sign all the checks down at the foundation, but they snuck one by me. I did not know that we were a major player, but they snuck it by me. I won't take a lot of time because I know we're out, but I want to talk very quickly about a friend. His name was Nephi Grigg. Has anybody here ever known Nephi Grigg? Yeah, my daughters have. Nephi Grigg was born in Nampa, Idaho, one of 13 children. The family was very poor. At age 10, Nephi decided, I can help the family a little bit. They had a fairly good-sized garden, so he took a gunny sack, put corn from the garden into the gunny sack, and went door to door selling their corn. That is the way he got started. Several years later, Nephi Grigg started a company called Ore-Ida. Now, you probably have heard of that company. It was big. And in 1965, that company was sold to H.J. Heinz for $100 million. The reason I'm interested in telling you about Nephi Grigg, that is Nephi Grigg. What a guy he was. He's a guy that loved golf. This is a book written by Nephi Grigg about golf. Life is golf is life. 109 pages in that book talk about golf. Now, I have a few of the quotes here, if I can find them, that I'd like to read to you that Nephi has put together. Oh. Okay, here's a few of his quotes from that book. He said, "Stop worrying about business and play golf. One of the quickest ways to meet new people is to pick up the wrong ball on the golf course." And then he said, "The world was never more beautiful than when viewed from a tee box on a golf course." A youth was questioning an old, lonely golfer. And the question the old man was asked was, "What is life's heaviest burden?" And the golfer answered and said, "Not being able to carry my clubs anymore." And then he said, "It's better to be a has-been golfer than a never was golfer." And he said, "My golfing is like kissing. I don't have to be good at it to enjoy it. Going on, we don't stop playing golf because we get old. We get old because we stop playing golf. No matter how many shots I've missed in golf, I expect to hit a good one next time. And life is like that. Golf is like a mirror. You can't fool it. Now, there's a lot more in here, but that's all I'm going to give. I know we're out of time. But I say thank you so much for this honor. I think First Tee is a great organization to help 600 or 700 kids every year. Keep them out of trouble. That's wonderful. What you're doing is so great. Keep it up. Thank you.